Hi everybody. I just want to start with a small, I don't know, something I need kind of confess. I did see reaction, not from everybody, but from some people, comments in these videos. And I'm sharing these things with you. Oftentimes I try to give explanation, but also it's about sharing an experience. And sometimes hopefully if someone has the same kind of reactions or issues, they may find an answer or at least some sort of a relief knowing there are other people experiencing the same things. But at the same time, I just don't want, and I pray, I hope not to kind of make other people feel discouraged or, pessimistic, because I don't think that we need such attitude. So if you see that I myself, let's say I'm more advanced into these 15 years now and if you see I'm talking about problems, just please don't think first that you will have the same problems. But also I just try, I hope, don't feel, discouraged because you think you may have the same things that I do. And I can tell just myself, I'm quite optimistic, although it's difficult to live like this basically, but I'm quite an optimistic person. So this medical issue did not really affect my mind, my attitude in life, just overall attitude. So I just want to say something when I was describing this diet that I'm following. And if you remember, if you did watch on one video, I think I was saying I eat mostly bread. I bake a bread, which is really has to be dry. Basically, I toast it. I have a toaster by my place where I eat. So I eat this bread, and I also eat pasta at noon. And also I need to eat a lot of cabbage. I do eat cabbage. I use Napa cabbage and APA. You should find it in grocery stores. It's not very popular, but it's like a big chunk of cabbage. Is like a cylinder, if you want, but really heavy, several pounds each, 10 pounds or so sometimes. Anyhow, so I do eat this cabbage because otherwise I get the constipation. It's impossible. So basically I eat food. I eat a piece of bread and a piece of cabbage at the same time. I chew them at the same time. Basically, it really has to be at the same time. The cabbage also gives me, and I also keep drinking water when I eat. The cabbage gives that moisture that mixes with food and goes inside the intestine, which is to dry the intestine because of dehydration. So it's really critical. I do remember once I was out. I was meeting my kids in the city, and I spent maybe 6 hours outside, and I eat with them. I don't know. I brought them to a restaurant, and I could not eat obviously myself, but I was hungry, and I did took a few bites of that food, and later on I did, and I didn't have a cabbage or something like this, and later on I did regret it deeply, if you can think about it. So I have to absolutely eat this cabbage all the time, and I eat quite a bit of amounts. I can tell you I do eat about 2 big cabbages per week or so. This is something I didn't mention in other videos. Also, I'm just trying to kind of align those ideas so I don't forget them. But I can tell you that when I'm outside, when I spend 5-6 hours outside, it seems to me, even if I don't do something physical or so, it seems to me the body dehydrates even more. Even if it's not summertime, wintertime, it doesn't matter. It's just I need to drink even more water, otherwise I will feel it the next night. My nostrils get blocked, dry, and have problems sleeping. But also I just want to say this because I mentioned in other videos, I also have problems with my kidneys, which I don't know if it's related to this ENS thing, which dehydrates the body, which puts strain on kidneys, or from COVID vaccines. I don't know if you can search online COVID vaccines. did affect quite a large percentage, 2-3% of those who took them. I don't know which one of the vaccines, but it's demonstrated. This is like, it's not a conspiracy or something like this. Is really just those numbers, unfortunately, came out much later when everybody was already vaccinated. Anyhow, all this to say that I also have problems with kidneys, and I can tell you that I started first to eat green salad, lettuce, like I don't know, there are several types, the green ones, and that caused my kidneys to become painful. I don't have an explanation other than some people say kidney disease makes you sensitive to iron content of the food, so maybe that salad green one had more iron. Napa is really almost white. Sometimes you get some green leaves on top of it. When peel it, inside it's white. So I need to eat this cabbage for constipation, but also it has to be kind of white. I cannot take whatever green vegetables that are green. I can no longer eat those. And also, again, I just want to finish with this, that Napa has thick loaves, thick and really moist inside. This has a lot of moisture. That's what helps a lot with digestion, not just the fiber part, but also the water that's in that cabbage Napa. It's a lot of water in it. Anyhow, all this to say that, let me just kind of recap my idea. So, yes, when I stay outside, my body does dehydrate more, but also because of this kidney issue, which again, maybe not people with ENS, I don't know, they will encounter this problem. I explained that dehydration, if it's not checked, if you don't keep drinking water, it may affect in the very long term your kidneys, right? Kidneys need to filter the blood. The blood passes through kidneys as like a sponge. Anyway, like a filter. If the blood is thickened because of dehydration, that will force on kidneys. Who knows, maybe after 10 years or so, you get kidneys problems. Careful with this. Keep drinking water constantly, every hour, a little bit, a few sips. So I was saying that when I eat something sweet, my kidneys do react to sugar. Usually, I no longer eat salt and sugar, but sometimes I just take some fruit that's sweeter, and it's so annoying because I don't feel a reaction. I will go to the toilet more often that day, but it's really the next night I just have my sleep, but the body will react to this intake of sugar because of kidney problems. And it just that night, my body, when I wake up in the morning, I feel like I've been beaten the whole night, or have some hard physical job instead of resting basically my body. So this is another annoying thing about the kidney part. I need to really check anything that's sugar, and if I don't check for some reason, especially fruits, I get punished that night. And the body is really, the way the body feels is, it's not just annoying, it feels that, you need to feel rested in the morning. You want to go to your job perhaps, and instead of feeling rested, you feel like you've been running, I don't know, 1 hour marathon or so during the nighttime. Another thing is about this diet that I follow, which is bread and pasta. These are carbohydrates. And if you look on internet, carbohydrates is the fast path to get diabetes, basically. And I'm not sure if I got diabetes. Quite frankly, I don't even want to find out, because it doesn't matter anymore. Basically, I cannot change that diet, so it's just like that. Maybe I can take insulin, but at some point I'm so kind of, I don't know, I don't want to stress with other things, so this diet that I'm following may cause or may have caused diabetes, and diabetes has some reactions. Greta, I think Greta is one of YouTube members which is posting on these videos, with ENS. Greta mentioned that she has problems with her eyes. She finds that sometimes, I guess, her view is blurry or so. And when I would eat, let's say one day, some fruits that are sweeter, the next day, especially in the morning, that night would be bad for me because of dehydration. But also in the morning, if I would watch a screen, I just feel like my eyes, not blurry, but I need to pump up the light on my screen, basically, because my eyes are no longer, I don't know, I don't know how to describe this. They don't work well, basically, my eyes. I can find other words. And also they feel dry, especially in the morning time. I guess it takes time until I rehydrate myself properly, 1 hour or so. So yes, I do have this kind of issue, and mind you, my eyes are already very sensitive to light. So my screens, when I watch screens, basically wherever it's a laptop, phone, or PC, my screens are almost always at the lowest backlight level. If you want, I reduce them. I also use, especially on laptops with Android, but also Windows, there is a night view light or something like this setting, so it kind of makes the screen kind of more reddish, I think, and it kind of dims it even more. So this is, I use it through the day, at night even more so. So my eyes are already sensitive to light, but again, when I eat some fruits that are sweet the next day, I just feel like, yeah, I feel the eyes are even more, I don't know, not accurate. Sometimes I cannot read the small characters. However, you know that phones have very tiny characters, so I'm not sure that's a good reference, but I also use glasses when I really need to work something that's small or read something that's small. So the glasses make my, I think it has, not sure if it's dioptry or something like this. It has a number of, I believe, 1 or so. It's just those cheap glasses that you get from any, basically even dollar stores sell them these days. So I do sometimes need glasses too, and when I put those glasses, my eyes, well, what I read, basically the screen, the letter, the writing, become very, very clear. So perhaps also my eyes are aging, I guess. Before this problem with ENS, my eyes were very, very good. I didn't need glasses or something like this. Maybe my body is also aging, but maybe also is related to this dehydration problem, and maybe also related to to a possible diabetes, which again I did test for diabetes, I think about 2 years ago, but not lately, and I don't know, I no longer care about this thing. So yes, just wanted to share this kind of a warning. If you want to try a diet with carbohydrates, it could be bread, mostly bread and pasta like I do, just be careful in the long term. This is not a good diet, diabetes wise. So just be aware of these things. And by the way, when I eat small amount of fruits that are sweet, I really mean small amount, like a pint of raspberries or so. So that's the amount. I'm not talking about pounds of raspberries. So the body does react to small amounts of sugar. And I can tell you that I started to eat, I'm not sure if you know, there is powder milk. I like the taste of powdered milk, and I started to eat maybe, I would say, 2 tablespoons in the morning. Basically, I just eat it because it's, when I eat this diet with bread and cabbage, it's kind of, it's not tasteless, but sometimes I need to eat something else. I feel the need to eat something else, and there's not many things I could. So I would take maybe 1 or 2 tablespoons of this powdered milk, and after a couple of days or eating like this, my body started to feel bad at night and also in the morning time. And I think that's because perhaps this kind of small amounts of powdered milk in the morning, the milk is quite sweet, has has sugar in it. It's not added sugar, it's really that powdered milk you can check in the grocery store has sugar, quite a few sugar amount in it. Basically, it's just natural. It's kind of concentrated milk. But I'm not talking about concentrated milk in can. It's just like a powder, is really just milk dehydrated, nothing else added. Anyhow, so after a couple of days, my body started to react to this extra sugar in the morning. I started feeling like I was beating up, and once I stopped doing this problem went away. Again, I guess this may be related to a kidney problem, to this diabetes problem, possible. So I don't know. I'm just giving an example of what happens in this situation, what I experienced basically. Anyhow, that's my message. So just be aware what you eat also. So and don't be careful not to start. If you try this kind of diet, be careful not to rely on sweet things, right? Because that's a trap. If you develop diabetes, then you add another problem to your problem. So it's better not, just to be careful with this. Any questions in the comment section, or just check my channel with my other videos. Thanks for watching.